Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to East Brunswick Bears Soccer. From J. Doyle Field in East Brunswick, I'm Phil Peterson, here to bring you the play-by-play of today's game between the Bears and their division rivals, the South Brunswick Vikings. On a beautiful early fall afternoon, we have a matchup of teams going in opposite directions. Each year, every school program loses a group of seniors to graduation. However, the Bears were hit harder by graduation than most programs, losing a strong group of 10 varsity players. Coupled with a rash of early season injuries, Coach Dan Hastings' starting 11 today will contain only one starter from last year's powerhouse. East Brunswick begins today sporting a record of 3 wins and 4 losses. The last 2 games saw the Bears drop a 2-1 decision to Piscataway on Saturday and get spanked earlier last week 5-0 by their longtime rivals from St. Joe's. The South Brunswick Vikings come in with a 5-1 record and bring back a veteran squad looking to avenge 5-2 and 6-0 losses to the Bears last season. The Vikings' most recent game saw them defeat J.P. Stevens on Saturday by a score of 2-1. Sit back and relax as we'll return shortly with the starting lineups and kickoff of today's action. Welcome back. The teams have all gotten their orders from the coaches, are lining up. The Bears in their white jerseys, white and green shorts will be going from right to left on your screen. The Vikings of South Brunswick with the gold shirts and black shorts. Referees checking with the keepers to make sure we're all set. Play 2 40-minute halves. And if we should still be tied at the end of regulation, we'll go to 2 10-minute overtimes. Gold and goal. First restart by South Brunswick. Cleared out by number 11 for the Bears, Timmy Mullane. Starting for East Brunswick today, you've got John O'Shannon playing sweeper, a senior. Vinny O'Toole, number 4 at left wing. Timmy Mullane, number 11, the stopper. Evan Loopsher at a center midfield, number 13. Dan Schmidt, left back, number 16. Walter Velez, number 19, right back. Headed out by Timmy Mullane. Continued on. South Brunswick bringing everybody upfield. Possible chance down the left side. Vinny O'Toole pushes it forward to Duwan Kim. And Vinny overruns a little, looks to switch fields. Middle to Mullane. Change of pace, trying to freeze the South Brunswick defender. Touched on. Unable to get a shot. Vinny O'Toole chested the ball down, but South Brunswick defender did a nice tight marking job, not allowing O'Toole to get a shot off. South Brunswick patiently pushing upfield, trying a through ball down the right side. Unsuccessful pass to Israel Bowman. Mullane head up. Continuing with the lineups, you got Duwan Kim at right wing for the Bears, number 30. Josh Sims, a sophomore, playing left midfield. Matt Metch, another sophomore, playing right midfield. And Brett Robin, also a sophomore, playing in the center mid, number 17. And we got jumping in on the Vikings. John O'Shannon playing a sweeper spot, will restart. Vinny up with it, Josh Sims trying to race forward. Couldn't get there before Nader Always for the Vikings, clears it out. Quick shot, just wide. Matt Metch from his right midfield spot hit a shot with an outside of his foot, trying to curl it into the top corner, but just missed wide left. That would be like a touch foul in basketball, as Josh Sims had his hands ever so lightly on the South Brunswick player, trying to establish position. Quick touch out by Metch. Onside is Nick Clementi, one of 3 Clementi brothers out here. Chauncey Nardi being shadowed by O'Toole. And Vinny forces a throw in. No movement by the Bears up front there. Tight defense so far. South Brunswick, their only loss in 6 games so far is a 4-1 beating by St. Joe's, who seems to be the king of the red division this year, the GMCs. Stepping up to the ball, Evan Lupsher. Taken away by Israel Bowman. And Shannon tries to keep it in play with his long boot out, but quick restart. Nice play by Walter Velez. And referee's going to call an indirect kick just at the top of the box. As Velez did a kind of a half bicycle clear. It looked like it was a clean play, but the referee thought the opponent was too close, and Velez got his foot up kind of high. Indirect kick. 2 players have to touch the ball before it can go into the net. And saved by Frankie Vetri. Junior keeper getting the start today. Sims steaming down the left side, turned away. Well, an offside. Nice call by the referee as Nick Clementi got a couple of steps ahead of Channon. The referee was right on the spot to make the call. Sims looking for help. Nice play by Dan Schmidt. Shielded off by Duwan. Looked like he might have let that one go because Duwan Kim had the advantage there, but the referee blew the whistle anyhow. If he let play continue, Kim might have burst in on goal. But instead allows South Brunswick to regroup. Taking the free kick is Evan Lupsher. One touch by Vinny O'Toole. And Anthony Clementi makes a basket catch. Like Willie Mays playing center field in the World Series. Duwan trying to put pressure on the defender, doesn't want him to turn out. Missed kick, first shot, and a score. Duwan Kim off a miscue by the South Brunswick defense, and the Bears jump out 1-0. Good persistence by Duwan Kim. South Brunswick defender had the ball but wasn't in control, and Kim gave him no time at all. Ended up forcing a mistake and was able to slot it right off the far post into the open net. That is a huge goal for the Bears, the way fate has had it lately for them. O'Toole, nice step over, change of pace, beats the defender around the left. Good cross in there as both Sims and Kim were on the doorstep waiting for any loose ball. Mullane. Frankie Vetri with the punt. I'll tell you, neither team is playing conservative right now. Plays going from end to end. Flicked on. Brett Robin jockeying for position with Nana Ampin. There's very few Bob Smiths on this South Brunswick team. If I mispronounce it, forgive me. Long throw in by Nick Clementi right into the box, as effective as a corner kick, and Frankie Vetri's there to make the stop. The Bears can make a quick counterattack. They're going to catch South Brunswick on their heels all day, as they're bringing 9 people up over midfield. Sims, nice control, touches it to Robin. Receives, nice play over to Mullane, space down the middle. Takes a crack, and wide right. Good playmaking between the two sophomores, Josh Sims and Brett Robin, to spring Timmy Mullane free. And we'll have our first substitution of the game as junior Arthur Lysenko comes in, replacing Walter Velez at the right defense position. Dan Schmidt did everything but put a saddle on the South Brunswick opponent that time, and he got called for it, rightfully so. Mullane with a quick clear, allowing the Bears to regroup. If you just joined us, we're 10 minutes into the match. Greater Middlesex Conference Red Division game between the South Brunswick Vikings and the host East Brunswick Bears. Vikings a little stunned right now as they come in with a 5-1 record, full of confidence, and the Bears struck quickly on them. Duwan Kim in the 7th minute, putting the Bears on top, 1-0. Not a smart decision by Mullane. Ball rolls off of Izzy Bowman. Thrown by Schmidt. Good call by the official. Altu was leaning forward as he was jumping instead of going straight up. Restart by Joe Clementi. Nick Clementi to get another lethal throw in, deep into the box. Video tool trying to clear it out. Joe Clementi beats him around the right side. Nice diving header attempt. The only one playing on the defensive side of midfield for the Vikings is Andrew Moritz. South Brunswick trying to win with offense more than defense today. They can't be happy with a 1-0 deficit at this point. Little touch through ball. Kim one-on-one with a sweeper. Lets the ball get a little bit too far ahead of him. He still maintains control there. Looking for his help. Quick shot. Brett Robin had it right in the middle. I don't think he was ready for it. He wasn't sure whether he was going to pass it off or take a shot. Anthony Clementi with the re-kick. Nick Clementi over to Chauncey Narty. O'Toole with another foul on him. Nice play. Artie Lysenko, Arthur making a great play to stick it to Joe Clementi and prevent him from going forward. Mullane looking to switch fields. Dan Schmidt touches it down the wing. O'Toole gets a little clip from Narty. Evan Loopsher over to Channon. I don't think it was intended as a pass as it hit Loopsher right in the chest, and Brett Robbins tripped up. Play getting a little chippy. Not vicious, but just a lot of little nagging fouls here to slow the flow of play up. As Loopsher, the junior midfielder, will restart. Ball pops straight up, dangerous for the defense. Josh Sims with the ball, couldn't get a foot on it. And cleared out by Nick Clementi. Bad clearing attempt by Joe. And Matthew Metz tried to make that one extra pass there and one extra fake. South Brunswick looking to find a seam. Unsuccessful, and Evan Loopsher clears it out of danger. Mullane trying to keep it in. Sims goes off the South Brunswick opponent. As I mentioned at the opening, East Brunswick, just one starter from last year's team. Playing with 3 sophomores out here and a lot of kids with JV experience, but a ton of graduations. You got 4-year starter and Duke-bound Danny Miller on the sidelines with a concussion. Adam Teplitsky, the knee surgery. John Pease fighting a leg injury. And Zach Simi, a steady player involved in a car accident over the summer. He'll be sidelined for quite some time. Nice play by Brett Robin, a great takeaway. Looking for a find a seam. Tries to put it over the top, flicked on. Vinny O'Toole running through, but just a little too far. Nice play by Brett. Long punt headed away by Mullane. Flick on O'Toole, trying to catch the defense, coming up too far. Nice long touch.
Come on.
Loopsher trying to screen the keeper. Vinny O'Toole's working hard out there, but I think his legs were getting ahead of his mind that time. Faked himself out. Mike Schultz gets around. Channon intercepts. Coach Hasten has to be happy so far. He's got a lot of youth in this team out there in the field right now. For them to be ahead 18 minutes in against a veteran South Brunswick team. I think he was a realist in thinking the worst and hoping for the best. And between all the injuries and the heavy cold he seems to be fighting, this will perk him up. Got Omar Hazuri, Ryan Danino, and Richie Lolik running up the sidelines, warming up, getting ready for their chance to come in. Izzy Bowman jumping in and catching Dan Schmidt with a little elbow. Match. My apologies, that was Evan Loopsher. Back to Channon. Get a little too cautious in their own end. And they Arthur Lysenko to Mullane. One thing you don't want to do is start passing the ball too much in your third of the field. That's all a hungry opponent wants to see. Looking for an opening. Sims cutting through the middle. First touch got a little bit too far ahead of him. Loopsher, the ground shot. Clementi, a good job to not allow any rebounds. And he'll put this ball well over midfield. Nana Ampin for South Brunswick, boots it out. And we're gonna have some substitutions here. Ryan Danino replacing Josh Sims. Got Richie Lolik replacing Matthew Metch. Mullane looking for some help. Ill-advised pass. South Brunswick swarming around him. Clementi with a through ball, a little too far. Jomar Perez unhappy with that touch or lack of. He would have had a point-blank shot on Frankie Vetri. Schmidt. Kim looking to flick it on. And we have an over-anxious Ryan Danino over-jumping the ball. Channon puts it up high and wide, and we'll have a goal kick and a couple more substitutions. Number 3, Omar Hazuri will replace Vinny O'Toole. And number 19, Walter Velez back in the game, replacing Brett Robin. Duwan Kim was all over the place in the first 7 or 8 minutes of the match. Hasn't been very well and much involved lately as the Vikings have taken a mark on him tightly. Game's getting a little physical. Played back through. That's how Kim scored his first goal on a defensive miscue. Taken away. Looking for space, Arthur Lysenko. Couldn't get it on the, looked like he wanted to try to bend it to his right foot, but couldn't get it around in time and had no other options. Doesn't look like he had much confidence in his left foot that time. Like to say we have a standing room only crowd today, but at this point we're just a few people shy. Joe Clementi. Restart in the just over midfield. Not a good restart. Did not give his teammates a chance at all in that free kick. Gilmar Perez. And we're going to have a corner kick because it went off at Dan Schmidt. Official was right there. Good call. South Brunswick will take their time and get everybody lined up. Izzy Bowman. Long clear. Evan Lupscher lets it run long. Play through the middle. It's got space. Mullane. Quick one touch to Kim. Two number 7s going after each other. Richie Lolick and John D'Souza. We're in the 25th minute of play. East Brunswick jumping out on top 1-0 in the 7th minute on a score by Duwan Kim off a miscue by the South Brunswick defender. The pace has been frantic back and forth between the goals. That being said, we've had a lot of whistles for little chippy fouls. Testosterone levels are at an all-time high today here. Vetri gobbles that up. Long knuckleball. Punch back in by Chauncey Nardi. Lupscher with a header. Flicking on. Omar Hazuri. Ryan Danino. Through the middle to Evan Lupscher. Nice play by Dan Schmidt to take it away. Joe Clementi eating up the spaces given. Headed back up. On the back was Nick Clementi. Maybe some tired players at halftime. Video 2 back in the game for Duwan Kim. Lupscher plays it back to Chanif, regrouping, gets it taken away. Dribbling through the midfield will kill you every time. Chested down. Channer playing very strong back in the sweeper position today. Clementi's throws as effective as a corner kick. A lot of spin on that. And the ball's headed in by South Brunswick. And we're all tied up at 1-1. That long throw of about 30 yards. as effective as any free kick. Couldn't get the number of who scored that. Nice quick turn. Cross. Loopshire with a cross. Richie Lolik, yeah, good call. He had his hands on the defender's back, just trying to establish some space. In case anybody wants to know, you cannot throw a ball directly in from the sideline into the net. That is the same thing as an indirect kick, whereby someone else has to touch the ball, whether it be your teammate or an opponent, before it would be allowed as a goal. Touch through by Ryan Danino. Trying to find it now. Missouri. Danino looking for help. He's got it in Loopshire. With a tall keeper, I don't think you're going to get a lot of long balls out there that are going to hit the back of the net unless the keeper's way off his line. Handball, good call by Empen, on Empen. Trying to get some movement out of the Bears up front. Long ball into the box. Handball by Loopshire. He tried to paddle that one down. Unfortunately, with two pairs of eyes there, namely the referees, he was not going to get away with that one. Low hard ball, not getting through O'Toole. That second touch of the ball got away from him. Flicked on by Gabby Estramera, who's in the game. Another sophomore. You'll be hearing a lot about him in the next few years. Good ball to serve from the box. Takes that extra dribble there. Oh, he's not going to get called for that. Referee a little hesitant to make that call inside the box. Would have resulted in a penalty kick, an almost certain goal. Matt Metch and Duwan Kim back into the game. Omar Hazuri and Richie Lola coming out. Long throw by Mullane. Kim with the ball again, just over the bar. Ball seemed to deflect off a South Brunswick defender, but unfortunately neither referee saw it. Headed back in by Ryan Danino. Shannon brings it out wide. Continuing it, trying to find some space. Mullane and Clementi going toe-to-toe. Oh, nice play by Shannon. If he doesn't get that ball, Jomar Perez was in all alone on Vetri. O'Toole. Not quite sure what that call was. I won't even begin to speculate. A lot of whistles this period. And Ryan almost lost a few teeth as he brought his head down while Nader always was bringing his foot up to meet the ball. O'Toole looking a bit frustrated as his touches are getting a little too far ahead of him. Danino puts the ball right into traffic. And Ricky Lasky, number 25, replaces Danino. As all 5 sophomores have seen some action so far for the Bears. Mullane. Loopshire. Looking for some help. Estremera. Schmidt. Back to Loopshire. They play a little keep away here, trying to establish something. Schmidt takes it off Estremera's foot. Design and shape of this field not conducive to a soccer game, really. It's barely 55 yards wide with a nice crown on it, which renders every ball along the sideline virtually out of bounds, or guarantees it's going out of bounds. A little confusing by the South Brunswick forwards there. Leaves it for Channon. Schmidt looking to switch fields. Kind of a weak touch on the ball. Loopshire with the restart. Tries a dummy move on by O'Toole, but none of the other Bears responded. Well, same effect. Mullane tried to get the head ball on it, but bounced off Nick Clementi's back. Schmidt with the stepping up. One touch back there, forcing him to sprint back. Coach Zeminski for Vikings not real happy with that decision. South Brunswick living and dying with the long through ball. Mike Schutz. Poor clearing attempt. Lasky to Loopshire. Kim and O'Toole. got a man down for the Bears. For the Vikings around midfield. Like he might have turned an ankle. Just a little over 2 minutes remaining in this first half. In a 1-1 game. And it's Joe Clementi, one of the triplet Clementi brothers. It's a great effort by a very inexperienced Bear team. They're trying to gel a lot of players who have very little varsity experience up until this year. Kim. Ricky Lasky to Kim. Misfired on his shot. Went off a South Brunswick defender. O'Toole trying to find time and space. Back to Mullane. Not a smart decision. He was trying to crank one up from about 45 yards out. Bears, we'll call it handball as soon as they get the hands anywhere near the back. Short restart. Little chip down the middle. Nick Clementi loses balance, still regains possession. Gonna take a shot, bounces off of Dan Schmidt. Down to the last minute of play here. Bears would love to pull into the lead before the half. O'Toole, he's got Estremera, little too far. Nice play, nice defensive play by Channon. Quick touch out, Lasky with a stick. Of course, the referees have the official time on the field, so it's at their discretion when they feel the time has expired. And unofficially, that will do it for the first half. The goal in the 7th minute by Duwan Kim put the Bears out on top 1-0. In the 28th minute, South Brunswick scored a head ball off a long throw-in, and that's where they are at the half, tied at 1-1. We'll be back shortly with the start of the second half. Well, I'm sure all the boys took a lot of fluids, or hopefully they did during that halftime. It's been kind of a frantic pace out there. 1-1 game, team set for the start of the second half. The referees are sprinting towards each other to confer. Probably hear the band in the background. Referee looks at his watch, checks to make sure the keepers are ready. And we're underway for the second half. And South Brunswick quickly puts the ball out of touch. See if the kids can control themselves out here and keep the whistles to a minimum. And no sooner do I say that, we got a whistle. As John O'Channon gets clipped from behind. Coach Haston hates to see things like that now with as many injuries as he has.
Brunswick trainers paid on commission. He's got to be the richest guy in the school system right now with all these injuries. O'Toole chests it down. See if he can keep his touches. Kind of uncorks a wild cross right to the keeper. Shannon trying to keep it in play. Vinny kind of slices it with the 9-iron. And most of the plays out of control throughout the game. I mean, it's been an eventful game back and forth, but it seems like everybody's trying to make the ultimate kick instead of playing the ball to the feet of their teammates. Ball is spent an inordinate amount of time in the air. Ooh, and a shot just wide. A little dribbler that Anthony Clementi looked like he was chasing a little pet from one side or the other. Didn't dive on it, he just kind of scampered around, hunched over, and the thing almost slid in the far corner of the net. Betch trying to keep it in play. John D'Souza will force a throw in. And the team manager takes one off the shoulder that time, but she's still standing, which is good news. That would typify the season so far, having the team manager get injured on the sidelines. Lupsher with a shot. Didn't get all of it. Matt Metch trying to flick it through to O'Toole. And South Brunswick playing the ball up in the air. Clementi with nice ball control. Timo Mullane looking for his Oscar for a little diving performance there. Nice cut by Sims. And we're going to have a hold against. Well, I thought it would have been a hold against Duwan Kim, but it's called the other way. From the looks of it, Coach Zeminski of South Brunswick thinks the same as I do, but nevertheless. I think if you had a wider field to play on, you'd have far less balls going out of bounds. Both teams seemingly wanting to play a wide passing game and spread out the defense, but you run out of space quickly here. Clementi with a long toss and punched out by Vetri. And a score by South Brunswick. Number 18, Nate Aroes coming from his back position at 5:03 of the second half. Vetri did all he could to punch that throw-in out, but with all the traffic up front, now watch for play to really open up now as the Bears, who had done a great job of holding South Brunswick at bay for a good portion of the first half. Now find themselves behind 2-1. And South Brunswick would sorely love to win this one after getting hammered twice last year by the Bears. Except for a dismal performance against St. Joe's. South Brunswick is having a tremendous season so far. Robin gets the ball up in the air, not what he wanted to do. And the ball goes off at Dan Schmidt. Will be a yellow throw. Joe Clementi takes it back to the right, swings it down to the corner. A little too far. Mike Schutz had no chance. Duwan Kim, I mean, everybody's too anxious out there right now. The worst thing they can do is try to do it on their own. You've got 9 other teammates out there in the field to play. Right now, the game is just going straight back and forth. It's not a lot of off-the-ball movement here by East Brunswick early in the second half. It's just been straight down the field, take a long shot. Nice cutback by Izzy Bowman. A little too deep on his cross. Nice recovery by Dan Schmidt. O'Toole tries to flick it through. Clementi sends it wide to Schutz. Kim plays the way he's facing. Ball up in the air again. O'Toole jumps through. See if he gets some help. Tries to cut it back and take a shot right away. Brings it wide. And Robin has a tough touch, plays right up to his hand, and South Brunswick will restart. Nice play by Mullane. Nobody on the left side over there as everybody converges over to the right. Watch the game open up even more now as the Bears try to come back here from this 2-1 deficit. The only danger is giving South Brunswick more opportunities by pressing numbers up front. Mullane with a clear right off the foot of John D'Souza. O'Toole, see what he can do here. Where's his help? Oh, he had Duwan Kim on the right side. Midfielders was slow to come up for support. And he basically ran out of time and tried to hit a shot high in the far corner. Change for South Brunswick as Izzy Bowman go out for a breather. Replaced by number 22, Carmine Gaudio, a junior forward. Surprise, no call that time. He's called a lot of little touch fouls, but Kim took a forearm shiver to the back of the head and nothing called that time. Clementi, one touch. O'Toole, straight up in the air again. Danino. Loopsher trying to hit it down the left side. Brett Robin getting those touches a little too far ahead. A little more patience, boys. Still 28 minutes left in the match, and they're pressing now as if it was the last couple of minutes. Josh Sims. Evan Loopsher. Clementi with about a 60-yard bomb on a goal kick. Joe Clementi. Good play by Fretry coming off his line. Bears couldn't capitalize as two South Brunswick defenders collided in midfield. Artur Lysenko, the victim of a foul. Channon. O'Toole, nice swing through the middle, trying to find Josh Sims cutting down the left side. Brett Robin out of the match, replaced by Ryan Danino. And Josh Sims now coming out, being replaced by Omar Hazuri. Lane with a long throw, but not a white shirt within 3 yards of the ball when it landed. And Dan Schmidt will get called, kind of dipped his shoulder down. Channon mounted from behind by Carmine Gaudio. Quick restart. O'Toole trying to cut loose. Now Ompin popped the ball into his own mouth that time. Danino regrouping is Mullane. Wide to Lysenko. Channon looking for an opening. Loopshire. Just wide left. In case you joined us, we're 16 minutes into the second half. Boys varsity soccer match between the Greater Middlesex Conference Red Division rivals, South Brunswick Vikings and East Brunswick Bears. East Brunswick jumping up 1-0 early in the match on a goal by senior Duwan Kim. Excuse me, junior Duwan Kim. We don't want him to graduate too early. Mullane with a long throw. Nobody ready for it over there. And the Bears held the lead for over 20 minutes before South Brunswick countered on a long throw in deep into the box by Joe Clementi. Similar to what you just saw there. And in all the confusion, South Brunswick flicked it into the net off a head ball. And early in the second half, Nate Eroes for South Brunswick made it 2-1 off a similar play, again on a long throw in by Joe Clementi. And that's where we stand right now. Headed out by Danino. Nice move by Bowman. Gaudio plays it back to Nate Eroes. A little confusion on who's going to touch it out. Being held off. And we're going to have a white kick. See if the Bears can get some numbers up front there. Kind of dragging their way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yellow jerseys and only 3 up front to challenge right now. Back to the middle. And headed on goal by Kim. Gaudio dogging John O'Shannon. It's either one extreme or the other when it comes to ball control. Either they hold on to the ball too long in the middle, take that one extra dribble, or they're playing the ball away out of panic instead of trying to create something right now. But again, it's a young team. A lot of players that haven't been on the field together very long. Channon with a quick touch out, see if they can counter. O'Toole. Takedown by Chauncey Nardi. Face ball by Evan Loopshire. And we're going to have a stoppage in play as Channon gets steamrolled. And we'll They'll have a yellow card issued to Izzy Bowman, which will require him to come out of the game until the next stoppage in play. Well, let's see if the Bears can capitalize on this restart. No movement so far. Touch through. Loops are trying to get off shot. O'Toole right at Clementi. South Brunswick with a quick counter as they know the Bears are going to be pressing for that tying goal. It was either miscommunication or no communication that time as Dan Schmidt collided with his keeper, Frank Vetri. Now the Vikings will get a corner kick. Nice head out by Art Lysenko. A little over exuberant by Vinny O'Toole. Right at the top of the box, going to result in a yellow card. Thought the call was on O'Toole, but instead, calling against Arthur Lysenko draws a yellow. He's replaced by Brett Robin. But more importantly for the Vikings is they're going to get a free kick about 20 yards from the goal, dead on. Referee's calling an indirect kick. And it's a score by Joe Clementi. And Vikings jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, not the smartest decision by the Bears, getting a little overly physical at the top of their box there. And it costs them dearly now as they've got a major hill to climb, recovering for this 2-goal deficit. With about 19 minutes left in the match. Bears trying to jockey around, hits it low. Nobody in there from the white. There's an easy clear out for South Brunswick. Mullane trying to settle, pop it back in quickly. Missouri. Ricky Lasky in for Omar Hazuri. Miss hit by Nader always. Right now a lot of kickball going on. The Bears are trying to score everything from 35, 40 yards out. Foul by Robin as he's on the back of Mike Schutz. Velez. Too much dribbling here, trying to find some space. Meantime, the entire Viking team has gotten back and established their defensive positions here. Richie Lolick got a tool, trying to get a quick cross. Trying with a quick throw in, but instead the Bears are going to substitute. Gabby Estremera, Josh Sims, and Matt Metch all come in. O'Toole with a toss to Channon. And we're gonna, look like we're gonna have a indirect kick. That's a signal from the official. I don't know how we can call that an indirect kick. He's taken down in the box. It's clearly a direct kick according to the rules. 10 yards from there would put the players in the goal. Lasky plays it back to Schmidt. Delivers one into the box. Just flicked on. Bears starting to get a little chippy out there, but they're pressing. They certainly miss a Danny Miller out there. So basically a leader on the defense for 4 years. And also has done his share of scoring from his sweeper spot. Miller's counterpart superstar in the girls team, Heather O'Reilly, is off playing with the U.S. women's national team now. And if you're watching this game on Wednesday at 7 o'clock, you might turn on ESPN2 right afterwards and see her play. Lupsher with a cross. Oh, headed just over the bar. Good try by Lasky. Nice ball delivered across by Lupsher, and Lasky came shooting in from the left midfield position and just nodded it over the bar. East Brunswick's got the Vikings on its heels right now for about the last 10 minutes, basically since South Brunswick scored their third goal. Bobby Reese now in goal for the Bears. replacing Frank Vetri. Bobby, the senior keeper who backboned a very successful Bears team last year. Mullane, hold on the ball so long. Everybody's coming back. Finds Channon. Extra dribble by Channon. A little dangerous play by Estremera, but no call by the official. Good play by someone exhorting Lasky to take the ball, but he made a right play trying to catch the South Brunswick team napping. Good call by the official as number 7, John D'Souza, was clearly playing Josh Sims off the ball without being in possession of it himself. And it'll result in an indirect kick for the Bears right at the top of the box. See if they can be a little more productive than their last effort. South Brunswick trying to encroach in the space. And another shot driven right into the wall and blocked out. Schmidt delivers one into the box, touched out. Metz tries to feather one, or Schmidt tries to feather one over the top of the defense to Channon, but didn't get enough distance on it. And we'll play long ball, 1-on-3 down there. Sims tries to head it through. Gabby Estremera has it stripped from him by Billy Bahani. The slight portion of the field still basks in daylight over there. Everything else in shadows right now. As we approach 31-minute mark of the second half. Coach Haston, abnormally quiet in the sideline today. I think it's a combination of knowing he's got a young team out there and a nasty cold he's been fighting as well. And Estremera will limp off the field after that missed kick, which resulted in a leg-to-leg collision with his South Brunswick counterpart. He's already got that knee bandaged up. I think he caught this one right on the shin, though. Bears at the throw, looking to pull within one. Smartest thing South Brunswick could do, which D'Souza just attempted, was to just play the ball deep down the wing position and let the Bears just keep chasing with their facing their own goal there. Just like that. Reese swings it wide. A little too deep on the touch. Richie Lolick, next play, keeping in bounds. And that's what South Brunswick's going to do now, is just keep chipping it down long the rest of the match. I think John O'Channon's day is finished. About 5.5 minutes left. South Brunswick's got an aggressive team to the ball. A little quicker release by the Bears, and they'd have South Brunswick spinning all day long. But Sims. Whacked out, back in by Lolick. And South Brunswick will get the ball on a restart. A couple of more substitutions for them. About 4 minutes left. Lolick with a volley. You see a lot of good little individual one-on-one moves, but they're not real effective unless you're playing together as a team out there. So you got a lot of good players, but they still need to be blended into a team here if they're going to have some success as the season wears on. I mean, they've certainly given South Brunswick all they can handle in the second half, but just can't seem to put the ball in the net. South Brunswick's just tightened up on defense. And Nick Clementi will just boom it downfield. Touch right into traffic, and Clementi will just send him running again. Reese plays it out to Metch. And White will get a throw in. Right to a yellow head. Mullane with the extra touch there. And that'll do it. Final score from J. Doyle Field here in East Brunswick. South Brunswick Vikings 3 and East Brunswick Bears nothing. 1. East Brunswick jumping on board 7 minutes into the first half on a goal by Duwan Kim off a South Brunswick miscue. And South Brunswick not tying it up till late in the first half off a long throw-in. Very effective. Same thing happened again in the 45-minute mark of the match. And then Joe Clementi finished it off a restarted indirect kick. And that'll be your final. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next time on East Brunswick Bears Soccer.